Hey, hello guys, uh, it's MK here. Today I want us to look at this thing that has been bothering us, that is one of the most recently introduced into our curriculum, to our education. You may have heard CBC, others are saying CBE, like you may be confused, what is this? Don't worry. All of that will be explained in this video. Even in the grade 10 selection, we'll cover much about that one here. So without wasting any time, let us look at the CBC versus 844 terminologies. Now the CBC, it simply means competency-based curriculum. It was first introduced by the government of Uhuru Kenyatta, but during the introduction, it wasn't that much really focused on, and it was so confusing, and they didn't put much time to it. So let us learn about these terminologies that you have heard. Now, personally, I'm a student that has undergone 844 system. So when you heard us talking about the standard 1, standard 2, standard 3, then after primary we could go to form 1, form 2, form 3. All that has changed. Now it is being talked about with grades. We have grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6. Oh, that is the primary. Then we have the junior secondary, where we have now grade 7, grade 8, grade 9. Then after that we have the senior secondary or the senior high school, grade 10, 11 and 12. Then after that we have the university level, the tertiary level. That one is also takes 3 years according to this new curriculum. We have in 844 system, we used to talk about the syllabus. Tunamaliza the syllabus in I don't know what all that has changed. Now we talk about the curriculum design. In the 844 system, we had subjects. We talked about subjects. We talked about this subject, math. We talked about English subject, Kiswahili as a subject. Now we are talking about the learning area, but it's the same thing. Nothing has changed. You use subject, you won't get punished. It is the same thing. In the 844 system, we had the lesson objectives. These were the objectives that should or that were targeted, or the one that were put that should be attained by that lesson. But now we are talking about the learning outcomes. Back in our subjects, we had various topics. Like in mathematics, we had algebra. We had this thing that we call we had probability. All those were topics. But now in the new curriculum, we talked about strands. Okay, we have strand 1. We have this strand, the strand 1, but it doesn't change the name. The strand 1 may include algebra. Strand 8 may include probability. Strand 9 may include statistics. All of that. It is the same thing but new terminologies. Now we had subtopic, but now we have substrand. So I hope those new terminologies won't make you confused. We have the next thing that has been on our ears. We've been hearing it so often. You hear your child come at home say yetu ni CBC, then amesema ni CBE. What does that mean? Okay, so we have two of them. We have two aspects. We have CBE and CBC. Remember, I told you CBC is a competency-based curriculum. Now, CBE is competency-based education. Now, initially we had CBC. It was the one that was introduced, but recently it was changed to CBE because it is a new curriculum. It was not the same curriculum. Well, it is the same curriculum, but a little upgrading and improvements were done. So you cannot call the same curriculum, yet you had done a bit of upgrading. So they had to come up with another name, competency-based education. But the key aspect is competency. We have the focus, the CBE focus on the mastery of specific skills and competencies, but the CBC was a holistic development of learners through skills and value. Now, the CBE want these learners to master skills. Want them to master skills. But the CBC was a development of learners through skills and values. Okay. Now the CBE wants specifically to train these learners to acquire certain skills in their profession. They want them to acquire these skills. Alright? But the CBC wanted to develop these learners through the skills. They wanted to develop the learners through the skills. The CBE wants to make sure the learners have mastered the specific skills and competency together. But the CBC was just development of learners through the skills and values. We have the learner's role at this in this case. In the CBE, learners progresses at their own pace, but in the CBC, learner actively participates in varied activities. I want you to look at this. We have the difference between the CBE and the CBC. These are just what the key differences that you should know if you want to be if you want that exact thing to know. But these are what you should know. But here's just a summary. CBE is a broader educational approach used globally. CBC is Kenya's national curriculum based on CBE principles. So that's just the summary. So you can look at that. That is the CBE versus the CBC. So ukisikia mtoto wako huko nyumbani anasema CBC, mwambie it was recently changed to CBE. Let us go to the next thing. It is not that visible, but we'll try to look at it. We have the competency-based education. This is what it entails. This competency-based education will enhance critical thinking, personalized learning, real job world skills, cost-effective, customized curriculum, student success, and we have improved compliance. This is what they see the new competency-based education will include. We also have this the 844 versus the CBC. It is just the levels. Remember in 844 we would just take 8 years in the primary, and then we go to the secondary of the high school, and then we go 4 years at the tertiary or the university level. Now, we used to be told for you to go to standard 1, there was something that was done. You had to take your arm around the head and touch your other shoulder. If you touch the other shoulder, then they would assess you and tell you, welcome to standard 1. That is not the same with the with the new curriculum, the CBE or the CBC. For now, the child must undergo 2 years of pre-primary. Right, together, 2 years of pre-primary, then 6 primary years together, 6 primary years. That is from grade 1 to grade 6. Then we have 3 junior secondary, 3 years for junior secondary. That is grade 7 to grade 9. Then we have 3 years in senior secondary, and we have that is grade 10 to grade 12. Those are 3 years. And then we have 3 university years. That is the key difference of what can undergo. You can look at the age there. Like after university students should student during the 844 system would usually finish with around a minimum of 22 years of age. A minimum of 22 years of age. Because it was required for you to go to the university, you must have attained 18 years of age. Now, since it was 4 years, you would finish with 22 years of age. But now in the CBC, everything is different. Just have 3 years in the tertiary or the university level, so you can finish up with 21 years of age. We have after now the CBC Senior School Grade 10 Pathway Selection. Now under this is the thing that has been introduced recently. This year, the year 2026, is the first year that we have the Grade 10 class. It is the first class of this curriculum, Grade 10. It is the first one. And this is what it entails, grade 10 pathway selection. We have various pathways. I'm sure you have heard of that one, pathways. Unasikia tu hapo kijana nyumbani ama msichana anasema pathway yangu ni STEM, social science, mimi nataka kwenda arts and sports science. And what is this? I just want us to see what it entails. For the STEM pathway, it is best for future doctors, right, together, engineers, ICT experts, pilots, researchers. That is for the STEM pathways. So you ask if you are a parent, go home, ita huyo kijana wako mwenye ako grade 10 because ashachagua pathway, muite mwambie after, because ushachagua pathway, what do you really want to be in future? Because you must follow up these things, because let me say this because it need to be said. Senior secondary school or the senior school will provide a pre-tertiary skills or the pre-university skills that are required for him or her to join the university. So he or she needs to know that it will not be possible for him or her to change, I don't know, his career at Kifika University. He'll go on with what he has been doing during the senior school. Sawa sawa. So wemeenda hapo nyumbani muulize juu ulichagua STEM, what do you want to be in future? Make sure you follow up on what they had said, because utasikia mwingine alisema mi nichagua STEM and I want to be a business owner, I want to be a lawyer, but in the real sense amechagua biology, chemistry and I don't know what other thing. So it's not possible. Wewe sikiza vile anasema, enda umuulize, sikize kenye anasema, then you'll after you finish this video you'll be able to advise him or her accordingly. Now we have the social science pathway. It's best for future lawyers, teachers, journalists, translators and leaders. As for social sciences, this one requires social skills. These are careers that require social skills. You cannot be involved in this career without interacting with other people. That is what the social science pathway focus on. You are a person who cannot stay without interacting with people or doing that, then you are perfectly fit for the social science pathway. We have the other one is the arts and sports science, which is best for creative, talented learners in arts, culture and sports. And it is such a life-changing scenario in this case, because we have introduction of sports. There has been now focus. You can see the government has now started focusing on sports mostly. We have seen 1 or 3 players playing in the probably in the Premier League or the other leagues outside the country, but it really means there is energy shifting. It is shifting. We are shifting to a more future, to a future that is promising. So if you have a child that is very skilled in football, very skilled in football, very skilled in basketball, very skilled in music, she or he has a good voice, okay, very skilled in painting, very skilled in creativity, very skilled in creating scenarios that even you hear that person, the way he or she is creating certain scenarios. Now that child is best to undergo arts and sports science. And please parents, don't force your kids to undertake a STEM pathway, I don't know, social science pathway, because of he will get jobs, because he'll get jobs with a good salary. No, please don't. Let the kids watch your kid. You know your kid, you know your children, you can advise them accordingly. Don't force them because your uncle is a certain place somewhere you can connect them to, he won't finish. So let them go according to what they are talented for. So that is about the grade 10 pathway selection, and that was just an introduction. We can look at why these pathways matters, and because of them we can look at how pathways matter. We can look at, they learn according to your talents and passions, prepare for future careers and higher education, build competency and life skills, and succeed in the new CBC education. That is why I tell you what you'll be or what your child or you will be selecting in these senior secondary schools. It won't be possible for you to change that in future when you're joining the tertiary or the university institution. So make sure what you choose in grade 10 is what is the career that you want to undergo. Right together? Yes, and don't just choose because it is under the STEM. Don't just choose because you see your friends going to the STEM pathway. Choose because you know you have done your research. Now, let me tell you, they are still kids. But you as a parent, you obviously know what are the things that are required at this point. You've seen your child. You've seen how your child is. You know how your child is. You know how your child is talented. Advise them accordingly. Don't advise them that I don't know. I saw, some parents are like, by then niliona mtoto wa mama Mwangi alichagua biology, chemistry na akachagua agriculture. I think you should do the same. Yeah, mtoto wa mama Mwangi anakuwa smart, so I think you should do the same. No, that is not how you advise them. You advise them accordingly. You know your child, maybe your child is good at telling about history. You can see your child is interested in becoming a leader or something of sort. You can see is a leader at your home. When you lead them, he may be able to make the two kids or the little kids stop fighting without harming them. You just want to talk to them, or he'll talk to the small brother or the elder or whatever, and then you hear the small brother will really get into his thoughts and will change accordingly. That's a born leader. You cannot force that some person to be in, I don't know, STEM. He is a born leader. Let him go with history and government. Okay. Yeah. If you see your kid, he usually does things like he would argue with you with valid points. He could definitely argue with you with valid points. And if you defeat him, he will go and research on more and come with those points and put them at the table. That kind of a kid is good in being a lawyer. So you cannot force that person to be a doctor. That person is very good in being a lawyer. So it is, you'll be very good in undergoing the social science pathway, and that are taking a various subject combination that require those skills. History and government should be one of them. We shall see all those subjects that have been introduced into the grade 10 high school or the senior school. We shall see them. Here they are. So we have a list of subjects at the senior schools. I just need you to understand of this, of how you can, because you need to have an idea of where this one lies. We have the core subjects or the compulsory subjects: English, Kiswahili. We have mathematics, right together. Mathematics will be divided into two. Now remember, this is the draft. So please make sure you check to the official online resources of the government for actual subjects. This is just the draft of what I understand when I looked at them. I said we have English, Kiswahili. We have mathematics. Mathematics is two types: core mathematics and essential mathematics. Two of them. I'll explain on how you are required to do them. We also have community service learning. community service learning. Here we have something else. I want to add them. So you need to know. After community service learning, we have the ICT, information communication and technology. Okay, so we have the English, Kiswahili, essential mathematics, and the core mathematics. We have community service learning. We have the ICT, and we also have another one, which we call which is the other one? I think I'm forgetting it. Don't know why I'm forgetting that the other one. But I'm sure it will come. I'll tell you. But first, let us look at the STEM, or let us start with the arts and sports science. Those are the subjects that you need to know. The arts and sports science. These are the subjects that will be undertaken. We have under the social sciences, we have these ones here. They are there. You can look at them. Look at them, please. Yeah, we have the science and technology. These are the subjects right here. So you need to know if your child want to become an architecture or something of sort. You cannot go to social science. Also, another thing I want to say is that if you are undertaking the STEM pathway, you don't have to choose all three subject combination under the STEM. The same applies to the social sciences and the arts and sports science. If you are under the social science pathway, you can definitely choose two of the subjects combination and one from either arts and sports or STEM. The same applies in the STEM. If you are under the STEM pathway, you can choose two of the STEM subject combination and one from either social science or the arts and sports science. Yeah, this is what I wanted to tell you. So make sure you hold on that anyone can work with. So under the core subjects, this is what I wanted. We have English, Kiswahili, mathematics. That one will depend. Core or essential mathematics. We have community service learning. I've said ICT skills, and the last one is physical education. So there are six compulsory subjects. You need to know that there are six compulsory subjects that are done in the senior school. Then you add your subject combinations because there are three of them. Now you get a total of 9 subjects in the senior school. I hope up to there we are great. And now the mathematics. The two mathematics will depend on which pathway you are taking. If you are taking arts and sports science or social science, you'll take essential mathematics. If you are under the STEM pathway, yours is for core mathematics, a bit advanced mathematics. Okay. STEM, you'll take core mathematics, and social science and arts and sports science, you'll take essential mathematics. So up to there, I hope you're fine. And I think this is the best thing. There's a time back, I had brought a lot of debate on why mathematics was was being left out of the curriculum, to which I think that was a valid argument. This according to my own opinion. I think mathematics should be a compulsory subject for each and every learner. That is what I think. It doesn't matter if you are under the social science pathway or the art and sports pathway. Mathematics should be compulsory. Mathematics is compulsory. That is what I think it should be. And please, when you find your child at home, he or she is not studying for this essential mathematics, he'll say, nah, even my pathway doesn't deal with mathematics mostly. I shouldn't study, even if I get I don't know, below expectation. It is no problem, because under my pathway, the subject combination, I can get something great. Now remember, these are the compulsory subjects. These all compulsory subjects will be looked before you undergo the tertiary or the university level. It will be looked. It will depend. It will depend if you do a degree or you do a diploma. So make sure you look at this compulsory subject. You don't fail them. Yes. So that is what I wanted to say. So these are the subjects that will be learned by you as a student or your child, if you are a parent, at the grade 10, 11, and 12. So I don't think there's any other thing that we haven't covered on this CBC or CBA. So I'll be before I finish, I want to say that I am professional teacher of mathematics and computer studies. I'll be uploading more lectures on grade 10 mathematics, both essential and core mathematics, and for the computer studies I will. And I'll find a team of people that will help me upload even for the other subjects, mostly for the core subjects, if it is required. That is, if it is required. So I want to wish you a great year ahead, and this being January 2026, I hope next year, or let's say by the end of the year, you'll have achieved what you want as a parent or as a learner. Yeah, studying must continue as it is. So that is all. Please, if you like these types of presentation, you like to see them more, hit subscribe and like. Thank you.